Very welcome, everyone. I'm delighted to share my progress with you today. So the title of my thesis is Investigating Alternative Methods in Caries Prevention. My name is Katinka Lékó-Kesjár. I work at the Department of Restorative Dentistry and Endodontics. My supervisors are János Vág and Eszter Molnár, and my SMS is Sinitian. My vision is to create better oral health using alternative methods, and my mission is to explore new strategies in caries prevention. For the sake of this goal, I would like to present you my two ongoing projects. The first title is Investigating the Effectiveness and Safety of Probiotics in Preventing Caries by using the methodology of systematic review and network meta-analysis. My second ongoing project is investigating the effectiveness and safety of natural herbal oral care products in caries development. So pretty similar, but instead of probiotics, natural and herbal oral care products will be in the center of attention in my second project. Let me tell you more about my very first project. Again, the title is Investigating the Effectiveness and Safety of Probiotics in Preventing Caries. 2 billion people worldwide suffer from untreated caries of permanent dentition. If we leave a lesion untreated, it will lead to severe complications. The best way to reduce this number is not to treat more caries lesions, but to prevent the formation of caries. The etiology of caries that we can see here clearly describe that bacteria are essential for decay formation. If we intervene at this point by reducing the number of bacteria by using antibacterial agents, then we can successfully reduce caries increment. 15–20% of the population belong to the high caries risk category. For them, it's highly advised to rinse either with fluoride or with chlorhexidine mouthwash on the top of their regular oral care. These are effective and good methods, but have severe complications and side effects. For example, 23% of the total population is affected by dental fluorosis, what we can see in the picture, these whitish or even brownish lesions. And related to the chlorhexidine, side effects even occur 1 week of use. And these side effects are really uncomfortable, like these are taste change, tooth staining, and tongue irritations. And here comes probiotics in the picture, as they have long history of use without causing harm in humans, and has a really wide indication field. They're successfully used from food allergies through periodontal infection to halitosis. And what I would like to highlight here, that the WHO declares that the gold standard oral care today is fluoride-containing toothpaste using 2 times a day. And the unmet need here is to find an additional home care treatment for high caries risk patients, which is safe to use in the long term and has no restrictions in use. So my aim is to investigate if probiotics could be a safer additional home care treatment alternative to chlorhexidine and fluoride mouthwashes in caries prevention. The clinical question: can probiotics significantly reduce caries development? I would focus on general population. The intervention would be probiotics, and we would compare it to fluoride mouthwash, chlorhexidine mouthwash, or with the standard of care. The primary outcome is the caries increment and the salivary streptococcus mutans count. And we would also investigate plaque index, gingival index, and salivary pH. So the hypothesis is probiotics are non-inferior compared to chlorhexidine or fluoride mouthwashes in reducing caries development. If it turns out to be true, it will be a strong evidence what we should suggest for children in the first line. Here is my search key. In the first domain, you can see all the arms all the interventions like probiotics, chlorhexidine and fluoride mouthwash, and also standard of care. And the second domain covers caries increment and also salivary Streptococcus mutans count. The data were run in 4 databases. And here I give you a brief insight to my key articles. And here you can see that the probiotics is investigated in any form, either it's a medication, a lozenge, a powder, or a drink. And it's compared with chlorhexidine and fluoride mouthwash. And here is my progress. Right now, I'm working on the data extraction. 102 articles are extracted, and this is the 64% of the all eligible studies. Let's see the flow chart. At the very beginning, we found over 34,000 hits, and after the duplication removal, it was 80,700, and going through the title and abstract selection, we find 515 eligible studies. And after we made the title and abstract selection, sorry I mismatched, and we ended up finding 149 eligible full text, and then we ran the citation chaser, which added 10 more papers. Let me tell you more about my second ongoing project briefly, because it's investigating the safety and effectiveness of natural herbal oral care products in caries development. Again, the problem is 2 billion people worldwide suffer from untreated caries of permanent dentition. And oral decay is as old as mankind. Even in ancient time, people used herbs and natural ingredients to improve their oral health. Now we are much luckier than that, having gold standard tools in our arm, but still a lot of people develop phobia from using fluoride and other gold standards because of the reasons that I already mentioned. And people are drawn for natural herbal care products because they think that it's more better for their health as they're chemical-free and toxin-free. And it seems like herbal medications are currently used about 80% of the world's population. And the statistics shows that the global market for natural and organic oral care products is growing day by day, which leads us to the question, can herbal oral care products significantly reduce caries development? We would focus on general population, investigate herbal oral care products with or without fluoride, compare it to the gold standard or placebo, and similarly the outcomes would be salivary Streptococcus mutans, DMFT, plaque index, gingival index, and safety. So we do hypothesize that natural herbal oral care products are superior than standard of care related to caries development. Let me sum up my 2 ongoing projects. Both of them focus on caries increment, but in different ways. And hopefully the first one will be submitted this year, and the next one hopefully by next summer. Let me finish my presentation by a quote from the moon landing mission story, "Failure is not an option." Thank you for your attention.
Thank you for your interesting presentation, and the discussion is open.
Thank you, Katinka, for your nice presentation. I know that the microbiome is a very hot topic nowadays, not just in dentistry, but also in other fields. And my question is that many probiotics, I think it was in your search key, they use lactobacillus. Am I right? Mm-hmm. What do you think, are there any side effects of this? Because, for example, we have a rule in oral surgery that we ask patients not to use some kind of milky products because of the lactobacillus. Do you think, is there any connected problem or any side effects if they use probiotics?
It can lead to side effects. I think deeper investigation is needed. That's why it will be good to create subgroups, because some bacillus might even worsen caries increment, as lactobacilluses beside Streptococcus mutans are chief leaders in developing a caries lesion. So at this point in the papers, it said like there are no side effects, but we should investigate them by creating subgroups based on which strain was used in the probiotic product.
Thank you very much.
So thank you for your presentation. I have one question. Could you mention a few herbal products that they want to investigate, or just because herbal products is a huge group, so can you mention a few?
Yeah, sure. It really depends in which region we are. For example, in Europe, the anti-inflammatory factor of the chamomile, it's really a hot topic. But for caries increment, mainly herbal product from South America is used. So currently in Hungary, we don't really have a herbal product. All of them are imported, and the product is created, medication is created from them for local use.
Thank you very much.
I have a question regarding your second topic. You wrote your hypothesis is the herbal products, it's superior as the conventional treatment. It's not enough if it's not non-inferior, theoretically.
Yeah, I appreciate this point of view, and we have to think over, because you're right. It should be enough. It should be enough.
And another question, it's maybe in the intervention was the herbal plus fluoride. It's generally, there are close each other. It's lots of people who use the different herbal extracts. They don't use any chemical materials, and they avoid to use, for example, the fluoride. What is your opinion from this question?
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point of this study, because if we cannot make our patients use fluoride, though we think that this is the gold standard, maybe we can find something to replace fluoride. But in some papers, there are a variety of papers in this field. In some RCTs, they use it as an addition to their fluoride toothpaste use. And in some studies, fluoride is banned out from the study and only focus on herbal medications. So I think at the end we will create subgroups of them.
Okay. Thank you.
Congratulations on your presentation. My question is that regarding your first project, I think you said you're not done with the data extraction yet. Yeah, that's fine. But you must have some kind of impression based on the studies that you read and analyzed. Do probiotics work in the prevention of caries?
Based on the data, yes, but what we should investigate in which strain was used. And we are so lucky that we have several RCTs when there are not mixture of strains in a product, but only one or two strains. So we will be able to see what's the difference.